I'd like to begin by presenting the Callier Prize in Communication Disorders to this year's honoree. The Callier Prize is a biennial award that recognizes individuals from around the world for their leadership in fostering scientific advances and significant developments in the diagnosis and treatment of communication disorders. The awardee rotates between the fields of audiology and speech-language pathology. This year, we're focusing on the area of speech research. The recipient is going to be the featured speaker at a conference tomorrow at Callier, Dallas. This isn't enough for us to do. We want to have another day of festivities like this, so we're going to have a conference that really focuses on speech research and the cutting-edge technology. I'd like to recognize the committee that helped, or actually chose, the recipient this year. Please join me in thanking Dr. Lisa Goffman, Dr. Bill Katz, and Dr. June Wong for their work in helping me select this year's awardee. I'm pleased to announce that Dr. Stephen M. Barlow is the recipient of the 2019 Callier Prize in Communication Disorders. Dr. Barlow is the Corwin Moore Professor in the Department of Special Education and Communication Disorders, Professor of Biologic Systems Engineering, and Associate Director of the Center of Brain, Biology, and Behavior at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Dr. Barlow's contributions to research and his scholarly mentoring of a generation of doctoral students has had a significant impact on the professions of communication sciences and disorders. Dr. Barlow's research focuses on the neurobiology and sensory and motor systems in premature infants. He developed the NTrainer system, which was approved by the Food and Drug Administration in 2018. The NTrainer is a unique tool that helps premature babies develop oral feeding skills. It also facilitates overall brain development and long-term behavioral and learning outcomes. Dr. Barlow has also received extensive funding recently to develop the NTrainer for individuals, adults with brain injury. On behalf of the University of Texas at Dallas, for his innovative and groundbreaking research and outstanding leadership in promoting research in communication sciences and disorders, I'm pleased to present the 2019 Callier Prize in Communication Disorders to Stephen M. Barlow. We'll do a little picture here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To say that I was thrilled after speaking with Tom Campbell on the telephone a few months ago, simply an understatement. We were ecstatic at this news. And I want to extend a deep thanks to the Callier Center, to the review committee, and all of those that are involved in this outstanding gathering in recognition of academics, of research, and clinical service in the areas of communication disorders. I'd also like to take this time to extend my deep gratitude and thanks to the generations of students at all levels that have matriculated through my laboratory. And one of the hallmarks is the composition of these students over the years, rather transformative changes, including speech-language pathology, audiology, genetics, and over the last 15 to 20 years, it's very evident that collaboration is alive and well and a driving force in the study of communication disorders and new translational therapeutics. It's now not uncommon at all to find the composition of the lab made up of biological engineers, electrical engineers, computer scientists, physicists, medicine from all disciplines, as well as therapeutics. This has really allowed us to extend some of the traditional boundaries heretofore in communication disorders and bring to bear neurobiological principles into the mix of the aerodigestive system. So we have speech, we have language, we have auditory function, we have vestibular, and now we have a fairly detailed working knowledge of the genetics and the development of feeding and swallowing in some of the most fragile populations, namely the preterm infant. And many of these technologies have their origins in basic speech physiological recording and study techniques. So I wish to extend my deep gratitude and thanks to the large numbers of scientists and clinicians around the country and around the world that have played significant roles in expanding the purview of communication sciences and communication disorders. We now have, as Tom indicated in his opening remarks, an FDA-approved tool. It was actually approved in 2008, and it's now part of standard practice in over 40 large NICU centers in the United States, and is finding its way in the coming years in Asia and in Europe. So that all comes from a lot of the basic kinds of experiments that we began with in animal models and in human trials about 25 years ago. Most recently, knowledge gained from our studies, our neuroscientific studies in extremely preterm infants have helped us inform new translational therapies for the adult brain as well. So there's so much to be learned through collaboration. And it's not until you embark on this path of collaboration that you come upon the innovation that will radically transform paradigms. These are the game changers that help to continue to develop our field. And I'd also like to close out by thanking my family for putting up with basically 35 years of 60-hour weeks buried in a basement laboratory. So that was the other benefit of being recognized today. I'm very, very grateful to everyone in the Callier community. Thank you.